Yeah, well, I mean, I think the simple answer to all of that is you increase your own prices, right? Which is what everyone's doing, which is, I think, why the economy is struggling with inflation, because prices are rising, and then people are rising, the rising costs, and then that's leading to increasing prices to deal with it, and so on, and that inflationary pressure just becomes kind of fixed in the economy. Yep. But I think for any particular business owner, the simple answer is raise your own prices, and I think if you can do that, and it's appropriate, you should. And I think certainly a lot of my clients are reluctant to do that, and I think sometimes unnecessarily reluctant. I think sometimes actually there's not as much resistance from their own clients or customers as they think there will be. They're reluctant. There's a lack of confidence about raising prices. I think people actually, if your costs are up by 20%, then perhaps raising prices by 20% is appropriate, or by some percentage. That's kind of obvious, but there's more specifically, you can look at, maybe only working in the more profitable areas of your business, or focusing on those areas, and maybe jettisoning some of the areas that are where the price increases are going to really get you.
I reckon that also can be a real challenge for some businesses, because they've been servicing a particular, breadth of the market. So, for instance, and all of a sudden they're saying, well, I'm not going to service, the lower end.
Yeah.
But some of their existing customers may have a bit of the premium or higher end.
Yeah, that's very fair.
They're like, well, I've got to kind of do this. But then the real challenge is that you can't always then just say, well, my, higher price customers have to carry the burden for our not as profitable customers.